All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our rising stars for our upcoming lightweight championship bout, starting with our blue corner fighter, Fedya Chobanyan.
Fedya Chobanyan will compete here for the Rising Stars lightweight title, but gentlemen, he's no stranger to championships here at UpNext Fighting. He was the Rising Stars welterweight champion, was never defeated for that title. He vacated it and makes the move to lightweight. This guy is a belt hunter.
Yeah, he's all business too. When he steps inside that cage, he's there for one reason and one reason only. He's trying to take your head off. Whether it's with the vicious slams or with those hands, this guy is an equal opportunity ass kicker. You see David Roberts and Benil Dariush in the corner of Fedya Chobanyan. A lot of experience there. Team Gokor and Kings MMA.
Chobanyan is an absolute monster. He has giant suplexes, really strong, powerful, suffocating wrestling, a deadly left hand. Watch an eye out for that. He weighed in at 156.6. He's 5'10", 22 years old. He's a freestyle wrestler and fighting out of Pakistan. MMA and Kings MMA as well tonight with Benil Dariush in his corner.
No favorite. He is on a path to be great. Says pace and cardio are his strengths. He loves watching UFC. He can see himself fighting in the octagon under the bright lights. Big opportunity here as well.
The keys to the kingdom for Fedya Chobanyan: stand and deliver. Keep that fight standing. Utilize the combo meal. Throw a couple punches and bunches. Add a biscuit. Knuckle up. Set up those kicks with your punches.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent out of the red corner, Vazquez.
Two young, talented fighters. You know, Chobanyan said, if you think you're the best, come see me. Answering the call is this man, Vazquez, only 19 years of age and already has 2 victories under his belt. Unanimous decision win over Gregor Balkian. Balkian, who just won championship gold. And Vazquez also doesn't get paid by the hour, gentlemen. Had a 37-second knockout in his debut. Said, I want that feeling again.
So he weighed in at 154.6. He's 5'10", 19 years old, MMA-style fighter, fighting out of Ventura, top team.
Everything going his way thus far, undefeated. Says his favorite is Max Holloway. Well, this guy will stand in the middle and trade. Said he'll never give up. He just loves to fight. He's got a big fight on his hand here at UpNext 25.
For Vazquez, the keys to the kingdom is be an old soul, even though he's a young man. Rely on the experience that he has. Be a pace car, set a realistic 3-round pace, and level up. Look to change levels when the opportunity arises.
Yeah, this kid will stand in the pocket, that's for sure. And he's got a really nice offline right hand, so look out for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds for the UNF Rising Stars Lightweight Championship. And it's presented by Noor Boutique. Your referee in charge of this action, Rafael Davis. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter with a record of 6 wins and only 1 loss. He stands 5'10", weighing in at 156.6 pounds. Representing Highest Sun MMA and Kings MMA. And fighting out of Montesan Armenia, Fedya Chobanyan. And his opponent, out of the red corner, an undefeated mixed martial artist with a record of 2 wins and no losses. He stands 5'10", weighing in at 154.6 pounds. Representing Ventura top team. And fighting out of Oxnard, California, Vazquez.
All right, guys, we went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Go back to your corners. Come out. Put on a show.
Rising Stars lightweight title on the line. 6-1, Fedya Chobanyan out of the blue corner, taking on the undefeated 2-0 Isaac Vazquez. Chobanyan coming off of a round 1 victory over Liam Brown Conway to claim the Rising Stars welterweight title, a title he relinquished for an opportunity to win more gold, an opportunity he has against the undefeated Vazquez. Should be a good one here. 3-minute rounds of action. The lightweight title on the line.
You already see the speed and the footwork of Vazquez, but Chobanyan able to get the leg and momentarily get the fight to the mat as he secures position here.
Yeah, this is that suffocating wrestling that I was talking about. He's really, really tough. Likes to hold you down here. But Vazquez doing a nice job trying to get himself up, but he can't expose that neck. He's got to be careful with that. He's only got 1 hook in so far.
Chobanyan is so powerful. Set off that round 1 ground and pound victory with a big suplex. You don't want this guy to have your back. You don't want him to have a rear waist lock. Now starts to pepper Vazquez. Vazquez doing what he can to defend.
Yeah, I don't even like standing next to him when he's hit and miss because I don't want to get hit with anything. He is thunderous in the gym, and he's methodical about his approach.
You can see how Chobanyan has that left leg in there, just hooking Vazquez, making it tough for him to get out of there and find an escape. Trying to take his back is Chobanyan.
Vazquez doing a good job to get back to his feet, but so much for that effort. Both hooks in, he's flattened out.
Beautiful leg trip.
This is typical Chobanyan right now. Very, very typical with big, heavy top control like this. So probably transition from mount to back, over and over again until he finds a submission or puts him away.
Chobanyan has that compact frame. He just packs so much power into it. Full mount, ground and pound here, going to work. Vazquez had better find an answer, trying to wall walk here, Jonathan.
Yeah, Vazquez trying to create a scramble here, utilizing a little bit of chaos theory to try to get free, but Chobanyan very heavy with his hips. You see the chest pressure, not an inch of space there.
No, there's no space, and he uses his head to post off of really, really well. He's got that wrestling style. There he is again, using his head to create space so that he gives up something. He's either going to look for an arm here, or he's going to continue to posture up and rain punches down and elbows.
Vazquez looking to kick off the wall again. Inside a minute here to work.
There he goes. He finally got to his side, which is what he needs to do. Now he's got to get an underhook, not fight for that overhook right there around the neck. He's got to get under, turn inside. There he goes.
In immortal words of Renato Laranja, needs to practice his shrimpings.
Shrimpies.
And so far for Vazquez, it's the proverbial quicksand. The more he fights, the deeper he gets. And Chobanyan in total control here in round 1.
Chobanyan, this guy's an absolute love sponge. He just takes up all the space and gives you nothing to work with.
No, and look at him trap that arm right there. Vazquez got out of that, still working to get up, but out of time on the round.
Fedya Chobanyan, guys, has been wrestling since he was 6 years old. He's 22 now, and it showed there just ground control, and not to Major Tom, but to Isaac Vazquez, and we're going to take a look back at the action. Cage control on display there by Chobanyan.
Yeah, you see him immediately explosive, get into that single leg, parlays it into a takedown, and from here it was all Chobanyan controlling the position, pulling Vazquez away from the cage so he couldn't wall walk back to his feet. Great job by Fedya Chobanyan. I have him firmly in control, 10-9. For the first round.
Did you see how he blocked that head kick and then transferred into the takedown? Yeah. Very good hands. He's very, very educated with his hands as well. But he blocked that kick and then countered off of that kick to shoot the takedown. Very, very smart.
Well, what I love too is Chobanyan wasn't happy just, to get that top position. He was feverishly looking for the TKO, for the ground and pound win there on the ground. But Isaac Vazquez, credit him for weathering the storm, getting through that first round, and we'll see if Vazquez can now come out of the blocks offensively here in round 2. Got to do something to avoid this takedown attempts, and again, lightning fast is Chobanyan.
Yep. Wow. Countered off the leg kick and just went straight for the double. Got his hands clasped together here, going to drag him to the ground again. Now he's going to get that hook in. He's got the hook in there. And this is terrible position to be, pinned up against the cage by a suffocating pressure fighter like Chobanyan.
You know, Vazquez is doing a great job defensively to prevent any damage or any submission attempts here, but, you know, as we say in mixed martial arts all the time, you don't get points for being defensive. He's going to have to do something to get off the schneid here.
Yeah, he's got that 2-on-1 right there. He's trying to work to get out, but again, Chobanyan's hip to that. He knows what he's trying to do, but he does get himself stood up again here. And he's got to turn inside.
Looking to ragdoll him down to the canvas. It does, right in front of our broadcast position here. And as you mentioned, just taking Vazquez completely out of his offensive game plan thus far, rendering it pretty much useless thus far.
Now looking perhaps for the Von Flu there if it's there. Nope.
Yeah, he could get the head and arm if he wants to right here, but I have a feeling he's probably going to want to put some more hurt on him before he goes for any type of submission here. This is really like his style. He's in his world that he wants him to be, but Vazquez is still working really hard to get him home, and he takes a knee to the solar plexus.
Ate that one right to the breadbasket. And, you know, because Vazquez was using the cage to get back up, and that knee put a quick stop to that.
Yeah, dropped him right back onto the canvas, and now he finds himself in the same position that he's been for a round and a half.
Right in front of us here, the action, right on top of our booth. Chobanyan looking to land some damage here, create a little bit of space. Vazquez purely defensive here.
Yeah, Vazquez might try and tie him up here and just be praying for a stand-up, but Chobanyan continues to work. He's active enough to keep this thing going.
Yeah, look at transition from one position to the other. You know, Vazquez is trying to shrimp, get on his side here, but again, finds himself flat on his back, eating punches.
And this will just deplete your gas tank in a hurry if you're Vazquez. Just heavy pressure by Chobanyan. You just can't get any separation. Just exhausting stuff here by Fedya, just going to work. Everything going his way thus far. Just putting on a clinic.
Arm. He's got the arm.
Looking for that key lock.
He gave it up.
Yep. Thought about it.
Had that double wrist lock momentarily.
Look at that, pin that arm to the ground right there.
Oh, that was a nasty shot. That was just a thud.
Like a coconut from here.
Yeah, he pinned that arm down, as you mentioned, Chris, and then decided, oh, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, let me pin your arm down to distract you so I can hit you on the head with a coconut.
So the round comes to a close, and let's take a look back at it again. Just putting on a clinic is Fedya Chobanyan in deep with the takedown.
Yeah, he's able to get the fight to the mat as often as possible. Every time Vazquez gets back to his feet, Chobanyan answers with another takedown, controlling the position, controlling the real estate, and controlling Vazquez.
Yeah, look at, there's that little Americana going for it right there, and then realize, yeah, I don't have the position for it.
That's right before that big final shot. Closing shot to the round, third and final round, and it's do or die now. You got to believe for Isaac Vazquez, he's got to find an answer.
He's got to stay at range is what he has to do here. He can't let himself get taken down so easily again. And has to realize that if you throw strikes, you're going to get countered with a takedown.
Yep. You're going to throw a strike, you better make it count.
Boom. Oh, he just landed a nice little check hook, though, Vazquez did.
He did, but then finds himself right back in all too familiar territory in this fight, Jonathan.
Yeah, out of the frying pan and into the fire. This is not where you want to be underneath Fedya Chobanyan, and that's where Mr. Vazquez has spent the entirety of this fight so far, gentlemen.
I feel like I've watched 7 fights from Chobanyan, and they all look the same like this. He's on top of you, just beating you down, crushing your will, crushing your spirit all at once, transitioning from one position to the other, as he does. Vazquez still trying to fight the legs here, but pretty much to no avail each time.
Again, it's been a way of life for Fedya Chobanyan, been wrestling since he was 6 years of age.
2 minutes left to go in the round here. Let's see if Vazquez can do something special.
Well, you see that leg positioning right there from Chobanyan, that little hook that he's got right there has really stymied him from getting up. And again, he just puts him right back down. And you can see how tired he is, trying to still kind of get up, trying to fight the hands right here.
Yeah, it's like being in the grip of a boa constrictor.
Yep.
And just sucks him up there into the takedown. Heavy, heavy pressure. And honestly, Chobanyan, you know, if he can maintain this, could pretty much go into cruise control here.
Chobanyan looking to chop that lead leg down again and bring the fight back to the mat. And he does.
Oh, now he's got his back. Now he's got his back.
Got one
This actually
hook
might
in.
work to advantage for Vazquez. Nope. Now he's back into side control here. Just got to get that leg out of half guard right there.
Just when Vazquez looks like he might get something going, though, it's a freight train coming his way, and Jonathan, he's just got to be exhausted at this point.
Not only exhausted, but disillusioned. Everything
Yeah.
he's offering up is just being thrown back in his face and not able to get off the schneid at all offensively here.
Chobanyan grinding that forearm across the cheekbone as well. Making things tough for Vazquez throughout this fight.
Vazquez talking to him a little bit there.
Right, wrestling is just, you know, one of the real great bases. Well, he stood him up, but he ate another shot there for good measure.
Oh.
And deep single leg right on cue. Oh, looking to lock up choke here. He's Vazquez. Throwing it up.
He's trying. Throwing up a Hail Mary right here.
Yeah, Chobanyan's got that chin tucked.
He's breathing through it. He knows he's just got to ride out the end of the round right
precious
here.
seconds left, and this one comes to a close. But you got to love Vazquez for that attempt late in the fight. You got to go for broke, look for the victory.
He didn't do anything wrong. He tried to do everything right. But Chobanyan was just too powerful, too skilled, and had to wear him like a blanket for 3 rounds. A hot blanket.
Again, Chobanyan trying to claim his second UNF title as we take a look back at it. Take us through some of the action here, Jonathan.
Yeah, you see just the controlling wrestling attack of Fedya Chobanyan. That is the story for the first, second, and third round. Vazquez did everything he could to try to get back his feet and get started, but unable to get anything offensively in this fight. From stem to stern, Fedya Chobanyan just in control.
Chobanyan was the welterweight Rising Star champion, Rising Stars champion, gave it up for a shot at the lightweight crown, and for all intents and purposes, looks like it's only a matter of time here before it's around his waist. Very impressive stuff. And again, against an undefeated fighter, and Isaac Vazquez, guys, coming into this thing.
Yeah, Vazquez is a great fighter. I mean, that's the thing, is he can't feel bad about losing to a guy like Chobanyan. Chobanyan, he's had 8 fights now in the Rising Stars level. When he decides to make a pro debut, it's going to make a splash. We all know that. Everybody's been watching him for a while now. We all know that he's going to make big things happen in the MMA world. We're just anticipating that, and he's a young guy, got a bright future ahead of himself.
Just an absolutely stifling attack from Chobanyan, Todd.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the winner, please welcome our belt presenter from our sponsor for this bout, from Noor Boutique. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. And new UNF Rising Stars lightweight champion, Fedya Chobanyan.
Chobanyan grinds out 3 rounds to once again claim UNF gold in the form of the Rising Stars lightweight title. Winning titles has been his business. Business has been very, very good. Schmo standing by to get a word with the 2-time champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Fedya Chobanyan and new Rising Stars UNF lightweight champion. This is your second Rising Stars title, a dominant victory. What are you most proud of for displaying here tonight in the UNF cage?
I'm most proud of to have a God named Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior of the world.
Is this the division for you, the lightweight division, or can we see you fighting in two divisions, welterweight and lightweight?
I don't know, that's not very important. I just want to say something. A lot of people go through a lot of stuff, me too, and it's very hard. So sometimes when you're thinking you're not gonna make out of somewhere, just remember, you have a Father in the heaven who loves you so much that he gave his only son. Well, if you believe in him, you're not gonna perish, but you're gonna have everlasting life. If you don't have peace, you have peace in Jesus Christ. Just remember that.
What's up next for you?
I am up next. I'm the face of this company. Welterweight champion, lightweight champion. I'm welterweight champion in another organization. I'm 7-0 in California. I think this is it for me, for the Rising Star, so I'll let you play with this belt.
You're going pro.
Yeah, I'm going pro.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Todd and John. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Schmo. Thank you, Fedya. I mean, and why not? What else do you have to prove? Champion in two different divisions, dominant wherever you go. Fedya gonna make the jump.
Yeah, you actually kind of heard a little bit of a gasp in here. People are like, all right, finally we get to see this guy fight pro, man. You know, he's run through everybody in two divisions. What else does he need to prove? Nothing. It's time to turn pro. Show everybody what you're made of.